This update, we're going to talk about the state convention that just took place over the weekend. Uh, what a phenomenal event. I mean, it was a record setting convention. We had over 1,800, almost 1,900 delegates and alternates on the floor of the convention hall in Spokane. It was a record. More delegates on the floor than any political convention from any party in Washington state history. Massive, big, little raucous at times. But as I've said repeatedly, and I mentioned before, unscripted, unchoreographed. This was a real convention. The delegates, the people, decided what was going to happen. They decided how to proceed. And even though the hysterical mainstream media said it was chaotic, and we had some fun with that during the convention, the fact is we did all our business, some of it, in a more orderly and time-efficient way than we've ever done it. We passed a very strong party platform in record time, almost by acclamation. That credit goes to the platform chair, Juliana McMahon, out of Kitsap County. It was a great weekend. Now, there were no doubt some moments where the people were passionate, even angry. There were also moments where they were happy. Toward the end of the convention, we all sang America the Beautiful together, and it was just one of those spontaneous things that, I mean, this is the reason why I love politics. It was real. And some people aren't accustomed to real. They're not accustomed to a real convention. And they got a little scared by it, but don't be scared. The energy was genuine, and ultimately, I believe that energy is going to be winning. Now, some media people have asked me, well, on a number of the endorsements you made, the people, the delegates chose conservative candidates over ones who are more likely to be electable. And I mean, that's a fair point. There is that tension between political philosophy and the practical reality of living in a purple state. But I don't think that you should assume that a philosophically conservative, common sense candidate is necessarily less electable than a more moderate candidate. The truth is, I've always found if you're straightforward and honest and upfront and transparent with people about who you are and what you believe, they're willing to come to you if they think you will be a good elected person, a good representative, or a good agency head, executive branch person. They'll come to you because people want authenticity. People want truth in elected officials. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this great convention really was the opening of the election season this year. It's just the first inning of a baseball game. There's more to come. We have the state primary election, that's in August. And then, of course, all of our eyes are on the state's general election in November. That's what it's all about. And one of the reasons that we scheduled our state convention for April of the election year, earlier than it's ever been, so it was bigger and it was louder and it was earlier than ever, is we wanted to put in place a system where we would have a longer period of time going through the rest of the election cycle with our eyes on the general election, the final, the ninth inning in November. So now our focus shifts. We will help our candidates, all candidates, through the next few months, and the endorsed candidates to do as well as they can do in the state primary in August. And what we really want is to build off the great energy in that Spokane convention to get people motivated to participate and, yes, to vote this November. We're going to be working on our turnout. We're going to be working on our ballot harvesting. We're going to be working on supporting the three great initiatives that will be on the ballot in November, our good candidates that will be on the ballot in November, and we will come together as common sense conservatives in Washington because we have the best ideas. We have the best policy. The three initiatives on the ballot in November are part of that. But so is our approach to fighting crime and making neighborhoods safe. So is our approach to reforming our K-12 schools so that they do better with reading and writing and basic math. Our ideas for how to restructure our tax system here in Washington State, much better. We know we've got the best ideas. We know we've got the best policy. And policy is where we win. This came to light in Spokane, and it's going to be our signal, our watchword through 2024 to what I hope and expect is going to be greater success in November than we've had in a long time. Our convention, real and raucous as it was the start. The general election in November, that's the goal. It's going to be a great year, everybody. It's going to be a great time, and we're going to fix what's broken in Washington. Be well. Stay strong. I'll talk to you soon.